Hi guys, welcome back to vlog number 2, and today we're going to be taking another look at the 205 Eurospec Rallye and taking the head off the engine to try and see what's wrong with it. It's all part of the it's all part of the
Rally
fun.
Rescue.
Yeah, Rally Rescue, yeah.
Volume 3. This has been told to a few different places now.
Yeah. We're gonna get to watch a panda launch.
We need some more content that we on this group.
So guys, as mentioned in a previous video, this engine at the minute in the Rally is seized. So 12 likes is all it took. I said in my video, like the video to get Amin inspired to take the head off. It just took 12 likes and here he is.
I would have done it with 6.
6.
Anything to keep me busy between Christmas and New Year's.
Just needed the one.
Yeah.
As soon as it had, that's it.
Thanks guys.
Yeah.
Here we are. We just basically need to get to the bottom of what's wrong with it. It's been sitting around for about 2 months with us knowing that it's seized. So
Yeah.
the head's coming off. We'll have a closer look. At least we'll have an idea of what's wrong. And then we can move ahead from there. It's sitting here in our workshop. It's gonna be an eyesore, so the longer it sits here in bits, the more it will just inspire us to get it done. That's the idea behind it, so that's what we're doing. Head off. Go from there.
You explained to me before, Zah, when we were playing, the difference between the engines. Or like the proper geeky stuff that
I don't know.
Pete was telling you.
I'm not super clued up, but basically Pete's mentioned that this specific engine that came in this 1.3 Eurospec Rallye is actually just specific just to this car. It's got an aluminium block, which is different to the rest of the range. So when Pete said the bottom end's seized, I figured, well, why don't we just do a little power move and fit the bottom end off another 8 valve 106, 306 or 205. As long as it's a TU engine, should be able to just do that. And he said, no, it's not that simple. So back to square one. So it's apparently a wet lined engine. So the bores have got an additional sleeve around them. And that's about as much as I know. So he said, just yeah, there's no way we can just bang on a different bottom end. We can, however, fit a TU5, which is a 16 valve unit out of a 106 GTI, Saxo VTS, 206 GTR I believe as well. It's a 1.6 16 valve. Runs about 125 horsepower standard, and it has the same engine mountings as a 205 Eurospec Rallye. The UK 205 GTIs have different engine mounts, so essentially you could fit one of those in here quite easily, but it would massively take away the originality. So
yeah, which is what this car is all about.
We've decided against that.
Sweet. What's that? Some sort of...
I don't know.
I
have no idea, but it's coming off.
It's coming off anyway. Yeah. Okay.
It's in the way. It's coming off.
Meaning that's oil mixed with water.
Okay.
So that's not good. So that maybe be like a head gasket.
Yeah.
So maybe Pete was right. If it's the head gasket's gone, then it'll get really hot in there, and obviously the head gasket's supposed to stop oil from the head mixing with coolant below.
Yeah.
It doesn't do that, and yeah, the two mix, and then see this side's fine. So it's probably somewhere in the middle, and then yeah,
watered down oil isn't good.
And then it gets hot, really, really hot, and that's what could make that piston seize.
Stinks.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, well. I got the moves! Oh, yeah. This is what Pete was talking about it being a wet line engine. So the block is aluminium. So you can peel this head gasket off. Yeah, see this? It doesn't look too bad. So the block being aluminium and it having these additional liners in here which guide the valves. Sorry, the pistons. So that's why he said we can't use a 1.4, 1.6 bottom end because the bottom end on this is aluminium, and on the other ones it's cast iron. Well, I'm not a mechanic, but to me everything looks fine. But it's this part that's the culprit, the bottom end, and the coolant's still in there mostly.
Right.
Can't see any having leaked inside the piston rings, but
I guess you wouldn't know unless you literally take it out.
yeah, I was hoping this would give us a bit of an idea.
But
Well, not
In
me,
hindsight.
but Pete might know.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take some pictures
yeah, of
and
course.
see what he thinks. At least we've done some of the work regardless. Something that head needed to come off. Getting this off is easy. Like I said, these 3 bolts here.
Yeah.
Hole, that's the upper engine mount. This is the gearbox mount. It has no subframe, and there's another bolt down there, and then the whole thing just drops down. We can essentially just yank the chassis up, pull the engine out.
Yeah.
There's a few bolts holding the gearbox on. Again, the manifold. Well, if we lift it up, it'd be even easier, but we can just disconnect that at the bottom. So getting the rest out is really, really easy. It's a small bottom end. It's just such a shame that we can't stick any other bottom end on there, because you can get a bottom end of a 106 XSI, 106 XS, 306, various 306 8 valves, and they're all pretty much the same. I mean, when there was the 1.3 Rallye, people used to put a 1.6 bottom end on and leave the 1.3 head on because it's more heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, because this is a quite fancy little engine, we can't do that. Pete did also say that he is happy to come down and just help and have a look.
Oh,
So I might
That'd be good, yeah.
try and
Pete, come on, rescue us.
Yeah, come on, Pete.
Please.
Do the rescue, yeah.
So you've got throttle open, but then you've got these little, which is your choke.
Nice.
It's one cable that runs through here, and this is your main throttle, which is normally has a spring. Hang that there, and yeah, 4 individual little butterflies in there. Let me demonstrate.
You can't actually see it. You can and you can't, hang on. There you go.
Yeah. And yeah, I need to label one little thing on here quickly before I forget, otherwise it's just going to cause a headache. It's just a load of like kind of plugs like this, right? They're just a little bit damaged and
Yeah,
so the wires exposed. It's almost like it wants just a whole new room. I've left as much stuff plugged in as possible, as you can see here. These, all these, like, it's just, once I start yanking things off without labeling them, it's hard to remember what goes where. This has been blanked off. Don't know what this is. We'll have a chat with Pete. He'll be able to let us know. Again, just everything needs a good clean. Don't even know what this is, but there we go. Yeah, it needs some love.
It does need some love, yeah.
This is quite cool. It's like a stabilizer bar, that holds on the whole carbs, but it's
Yeah.
got a rubber mount on both ends, which is pretty cool. A little bit of flex.
Yeah, just allows for play.
Yeah.
I guess it probably shake quite violently if it was all
Yeah.
stiff.
Yeah.
Well done, Pedro.
Yeah, nice little touch. Yeah, and it hasn't perished. It's still nice and
Yeah.
flexible. Yeah,
I mean, overall, the car is
it's
pretty
good.
good anyway.
This will need some sort of gator over it, and probably need re-greasing. That's just for the,
off the steering rack. Yeah.
for the steering rack. You don't really want that getting too dirty, but I mean, this is similar to the R5, where someone like Ashley, who's an expert, looks at it and goes, "Okay, it's good, but there's a few little bits wrong."
Yeah.
And Pete will look at that and go, not ideal, but I'll tell you what it is and I can fix it.
Yeah.
And that's all it needs, it's just a little bit of TLC, a few little bits rectified, and like I said before, we just need to get it running. Once it's running, it doesn't have to run well, it just needs to run.
Yeah.
And then we can just, take a breath and then take it to someone who can
Figure out
deal
the
with
rest.
tuning the carbs. So we've just taken the head off, we've inspected the head, we've inspected the pistons, everything looks fine. Head gasket seems to be alright. We can't see any oil mixing with coolant. So on first inspection, we're not expert, but on first inspection can't see anything wrong. So we've been advised to spray a lot of WD-40 down the pistons. Hopefully that will free things up. It might have just been rusted from sitting around for too long. We'll give that a couple of days and then we'll have to free off the bottom end. Have a close inspection at the two and then just see what's wrong, because on initial inspection everything looks okay. So we're going to do that now, give it a few days and we'll check back in soon.